start tagging these brands in content. I mean, everything down to if your draws are visible, tag the damn brand.
Yeah, sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now.
Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Cece, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. I hope that you would stay, subscribe, and become a part of the Fashionceesta family. Here over on my channel, I show you how to be your baddest bitch at an affordable cost, but today we are talking about social media growth and strategy. We are all starting this together. I'm just letting y'all know from jump, because I know y'all be like, girl, you ain't got no followers. What you gonna teach us? And that's the first thing that I want to break down to y'all. I've learned that a lot of people who are impactful, yeah, it's good to have a social media presence, but I've met a lot of people who work behind the scenes that don't necessarily grow their own accounts, that know what the hell they talk about when it comes down to social media so much that they're hired by other brands or other content creators to help them grow. So literally during the pandemic, I spent pretty much all of 2020 and some of 2021 on a lot of Clubhouse groups, meeting, and by meeting meaning like socializing via social media with other content creators and kind of just learning their strategy. But also I would have to say, like, TikTok has been a huge help, because unlike YouTube or Instagram or even like some of the social media influencers that are on Twitter, the girls really like to gatekeep knowledge, and to be honest, I feel like it's corny. But I'm here because we are not entitled to their help. We're not entitled for them to tell us the game plan. So I literally wanted to start this series on my channel because as I continue to grow and branch out, I want to be able to help other people, because I just know how it's felt for so long to wonder how to get to a certain level, or how to get those brand deals, or how to actually grow your audience. Learning these strategies is just like, okay, the only thing that's missing now is me actually creating the content to put out. So if that sounds like something that will interest you, please keep watching. This very first video is just going to kind of give you guys a broad idea of all the information I've collected, and then as the series continues, we will start to hone in on those particular topics that are mentioned today in this video. And if you guys have any tips, tricks, or information, definitely let me know. I'm thinking about maybe starting like a WhatsApp or a GroupMe group for everybody who wants to like grow or share social media tips that they come across. I think that that will be something that's like really fun. So yeah, I want to go ahead and get started. I don't want to make this video super long. And like I said, if you guys have any suggestions, if you guys are open to wanting to start that GroupMe to help each other out, or to just share tips and tricks, I'm definitely willing and ready to get that started. So without further ado, let's jump into it. I want to go ahead and get this out the way because I feel like it's the most obvious, and it's also the most, I feel like, annoying thing to hear when you are starting out. Consistency is key, period. I started to notice growth on my YouTube channel the more consistent that I became with my content, and even with another Instagram that I work with, just being more consistent, having quality content, and like staying on an upload schedule. I literally cannot express to you how important consistency is, and it's for one of two things that I want to touch on. People know when to expect you on their feed, on their homepage, or whatever. It keeps them tuned in. But not only that, when you're consistent and you're constantly putting out fire content, like me personally, I feel like the way that I discover new YouTubers is maybe their video came up suggested from another YouTuber that I'm subscribed to, and then if that video is good, I'm like, I wonder what other content they have. If you only got 3 videos, and it's like, I might go look and see what you're talking about, but if I don't see that you're consistent, then I don't feel like you have earned for me to subscribe to you. I found that like I will literally go down a rabbit hole of someone's content if I just like one video that they're talking about. They can teach me something, they give me something that's informational, or just I just like their personality, then I'll go and subscribe to their channel. So being consistent, creating that catalog for people to just indulge in is something that's super important. The next thing kind of ties into what I just said about being consistent. You want to create quality and intriguing content. When you are sitting down and you're coming up with your content ideas, or even sitting down filming, think about the videos that you watch that keep you engaged. If you know you boring, then maybe vlogging isn't for you. I think that's why I don't vlog, because to be honest, like, my life is very normal. I don't really go out like that. I don't really want to like put friends and family on camera like that, because they don't sign up for the backlash or the stalking or all the other weird shit that comes when you introduce a person to your channel and people start to get invasive. But if you're gonna create content, make sure that it's intriguing and make sure it's quality. If you're doing makeup tutorials, make sure that you are showing the products clearly. Make sure people can see you actually doing your makeup. And I know it sounds crazy to say, but you want to make sure that your quality is up to par. I think sometimes we see other people's stuff and how crisp or just advanced it is, because I'm that person. That's literally why I have 5 lights sitting in front of me right now, because every time I would see somebody's stuff, I'm like, my content ain't that good, I need to order this to make it better. And it's like, no lie, it did make my content better, but at some point what I had was working and it was still bringing in subscribers, and I was still able to take nice photos and like grow a following. So you don't always have to go and buy what everybody else has. Start with what you have and figure out how to make it. Knowing your analytics. I didn't think this was as important, but it really is. Whether it's on Instagram or YouTube, personally, I use YouTube Studio. It breaks it down by demographics, the best time frames in which you should upload. It shows you obviously which videos perform well, what people are typing into the search bar that's pretty much landing them on your content, where your traffic is being derived from. So let's say if whenever I post a YouTube story and people are clicking on that YouTube story, then that's where I'm gonna push most of my YouTube content at, to let somebody know, hey, okay, she has a new video out, on top of making sure that it's uploaded at the correct time. So that is something that I think is like super important, that's very easy to help you grow, because the more consistent you are, the more you show up, the more people engage with your content, especially if you're basing it off of your analytics. That's literally how social media works. The closer you stay to like your analytic upload time and you interact with the people who are commenting on your pictures, on your YouTube videos, on your TikToks, whatever, is gonna push your content out even more, because it's like, okay, this content is getting more engagement. Let me go ahead and see, you know, if more people like this. So being engaged, I would say set aside maybe, if it's like Instagram, maybe like 15 to 30 minutes before you post your pictures. I'm gonna get down to hashtags in a second. That might actually be a whole separate video. But you wanna make sure you set aside time before you post to engage with people in your niche. And then set aside some time after you post to be able to engage with the people that are not only in your niche, but the people who may discover your content from the engagement that you're generating on your channel. So that is also this next thing. I am definitely going to make it into its own separate video, because it literally runs so deep. This was one of those things where it's like, I feel like people just say that, you don't really, you know what I'm saying, like, these don't really matter, but it does. I wish I could show y'all like legally the other Instagram that I work with, and how I've increased the engagement and the likes on it. Hashtags are so freaking important. So important, y'all. Like, you have no idea. Break it down even more in the hashtag strategy video, but like, if you're wanting to get your content out there, you cannot get around using hashtags unless you've already generated that audience, and obviously this video would not be for you. But if you're trying to grow your social media, cross-promoting hashtags and tagging the brands that you are using is something that's so important and so vital in your growth. And then showing love to people on my social media. Whenever someone comes and follow me and I know that like I haven't added them, whatever the case may be, nobody is that big on social media that when you get people that's following you, especially not at the level that we're at right now, Or if somebody go follow you, you gonna go look at their page. Or if somebody come and spam likes all your photos, you're gonna be like, who the hell is this? And it's gonna intrigue you to go look at it. But if someone comments and it's like a genuinely nice comment, you'll literally go look at their page like, oh my God, their content is good. And maybe you might interact, and that may lead to a follow. Another thing is tagging those, I call them spam pages. I don't know the proper term for them, but like the pages that are dedicated to your specific niche. So like, off the top of my head, I can think of like makeup for Black women or makeup and melanin, and basically they're pages that like support and repost content related to beauty and makeup. So when you're using like your hashtags, using those types of pages, hashtags, and even tagging them gives you a very good opportunity to be reposted. And the same thing goes for tagging brands that you're using. Brands, let me tell you something, brands already be cheap to try to save money. So if you giving them free promotion, baby, let me tell you something. As a brand, I didn't have to pay you. You went and brought that product with your own money and you made a post with my product in it. Of course I'm gonna repost you. Of course I'm gonna share your content. Why? Because it's showing other people that you use this thing, and I didn't have to pay you to do that. Start tagging these brands in content. I mean, everything down to if your draws are visible, tag the damn brand. It may not always result in, you know, you being reposted to their page, but through that I have had a lot of brands reach out to me and DM me and say, hey, like, if it, like, personally, I'll share this. When I braided my hair, I tagged Bobbi Boss because that's the brand of the hair that I use, and they DM'd me like, hey, which specific line of our hair did you use? And I told them, and I let them know, you know, how much I love the brand. They're my favorite hair company, this, that, and the third. And that gave me the opportunity to talk to whoever it is that runs their social media about possibly collabing with them in the future, and just letting them know like, hey, I have a YouTube channel, I do this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. And really like pitching myself to them. Like, you just never know where that tag or even using brands hashtags will lead you when it comes down to like your influencer journey. So that is super important. Like I said, I wanted to make this video super quick. I didn't want to rant and ramble to you guys all damn day. This is gonna be a series, so I hope that you all enjoyed this. Take down those few notes. Make sure you guys are tuned in, because I'm going to go in depth with each and every last one of those things, as far as hashtags, as far as just brand strategy, and really trying to grow with you guys. Personally, I want to grow my Instagram that is attached to this YouTube channel, because I don't really post on there that much. Like, honestly, I'm like so focused on other stuff that my Instagram lacks. But now, you know, 2021, you make time for what you want, and I'm trying to be a full-fledged influencer by December 31st of 2022. I want to create content full time, because this is when I feel my happiest. I love doing this. I love talking to you guys, and I just want to help y'all grow. How to pay your taxes as a content creator, how to like spot out good brand deals, good management, things like that. As I grow, I'm going to continue to add these things to this series, because I feel like knowledge is power, and it literally does not hurt me to help anybody. At the end of the day, there is room for all of us, and influencing is definitely what's taking over right now. Like, so many of these brands are paying these influencers to push these products out. No one is the same size, shape, or color. There's room for all of us. So best of luck to you guys on your journey. I am here to help. If you guys also want to help and you have any suggestions or tips, I'm so open to that, and I will be glad to get that group me started if that's something that you guys are interested in. I'm gonna wait and see what the response is before I go ahead and jump out and create that group me. But that is all that I have for you guys today. Don't forget to stay tuned as I continue to bring up other topics surrounding social media. I love you guys so much, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.